Alright, I wanted to make a quick little video of Fauci's first couple of days. He's doing really, really well. He's now in our main group. I wanted him to go in there so that he could get a little better with responding to social cues. We had a really good group today. He made a couple of friends, but he also kind of tested the boundaries of a couple of the more grouchy dogs. And I made sure the staff knew I was like, let the older dogs tell him off, so that he could learn from them. Obviously, not let them hurt him or anything like that. But for instance, there was one dog who was really wanting to sniff her, and she would start with just a lip curl, and then he would respond to that. So she kind of just do like a dog correction, like rah, and he would, the first time he ran away with his tail tucked between his legs, poor guy. But he came back, and the next time she just lifted her lip, and he just looked at her and then bounded away happily and went and played with somebody else. So definitely progress of him figuring out how to hang out with some buddies. Couple things that we're working on, definitely establishing a good solid marker system. I want him responding to verbal cues or sounds, and maybe making my movements a little bit more neutral. So what a marker is, it's a cue or a sound that marks a specific moment in time that I either like or dislike something, and it's either followed with, it's always followed with a food reinforcement, so that way he learns when he hears those sounds, food is coming in some way, shape, or form. So I have, good night. I have the clicker, which is something that I use to shape new behaviors. I'm doing a lot of luring where I'm having him follow my hand around and kind of manipulating him into different positions by following my hand around. And as soon as he shows me the behavior I like, I will click to mark that moment. He can come and get his food for me. As I progress, so I'll show you what he's laying down. I don't want to do it. I'll do it in a minute. I also am working on the words good and okay, and right now they kind of sort of mean the same thing, but they will have a huge difference as we progress. Good is going to be more of a duration marker, meaning when I put him into a behavior, I want him remaining in that behavior until I release him with our terminal marker. So as soon as I put him into a behavior, I will say the word good, and then I will bring food to him. And I will continue to do good food to build up that duration. He's going to be fed fairly consistently right now. I'll back that off as we progress. And then when I'm ready for him to come out of behavior, I will say the words okay and move away for him to come out of behavior. So those are the two differences. Are good means I'm bringing food to him. Okay means he can come out of behavior. And I'm also trying to make sure that he understands exactly what the word no means. I'm sure he's heard it a lot, but he may not exactly know what that means, so I'm using it, or I'm teaching it in a way that he learns that he doesn't get anything when he hears that sound. So I'm setting it up to here where if I say the word no, I will make sure that he is not successful in getting whatever it is he's going after. So what I've been doing is I just have like a booby trap of food here and there, and as he goes towards it, I'll say the word no, and if he doesn't listen to the word no, which in the beginning he doesn't, I just stop him with the leash and I move him away. As soon as he disengages from that, then I will click to mark that moment in time, and then allow him to go and get a higher value reward for me. So he's learning that when I say no, there's nothing for him in that resource, but he does get something from me when he disengages from it. I'm also teaching him the word out, which for right now it's more so advocating for my space. So like he's crowding the space, if he's jumping on me, I'm just using it to create movement when he hears the sound. And eventually it'll be something that if he has some form of a resource, like something you don't want to have, a toy, food, something dangerous, when you say the word out, he just through muscle memory knows that he needs to move away from it. So that way you're not putting yourself in a situation where you have to go and take something from him and risk getting bit if he becomes possessive over it. So that is something that I'm doing with him. And then obviously we're working on various behaviors. Most of the things that I'm doing right now outside of teaching him leash walking is to establish impulse control, and then that'll help with his manners around the home, because right now he's just kind of going after everything that he wants. So he's reacting to all the things in his environment because they're all enriching and they're all exciting for him. So he needs to learn how to not be so reactive to everything. And that don't necessarily mean reactive in a bad sense. It just means he's literally reacting to all the stimuli happening around him. So we're working on a place command. We're going to be working on him waiting to be invited through thresholds, and then things like interrupting play, being calm and neutral in a busy setting. And we're obviously at the very beginning stages of all this, so it's all in some very tiny little increments. His criteria, the bar is very low for him right now. If he makes mistakes, we just start over. Right now I just want him having fun and building up muscle memory in each behavior before I start putting like more strict rules on it. So obviously he probably doesn't seem like too much of a different dog to you, other than he's probably super tired when he comes home, which is very normal. So I'm just gonna kind of play around with him for a minute while the camera's going, so you can kind of see some of the things we're working on. You'll see me use different markers. And I have this thing where it like follows me around, so hopefully it doesn't lose me. Are you so tired? Come on, bud. And I'm running out of treats, so it'll be a very short demo because we already ate all of them. So again, through luring, I'm just having him follow me around. I'm gonna lure him into different positions, and I want to create neutrality in my movement. Good. I want him responding to those cues. So when I say good or okay or whatever, I say it first, and then I present the food or I move or whatever. Good. I really want to make it a point to reward engagement. So if he looks up at me, good, I reward that. If I'm looking for something when he's sitting still to reward, good. Okay. Good job, buddy. And I'm also doing things like teaching him that leash pressure gets him something. So that way, if there's value in that, he knows what to do when he feels it. Again, through muscle memory, teaches him out. You can't eat this plastic. Through muscle memory, it teaches him that when he feels pressure, he checks in with me because he might get something. So I'm using that playfully to get his attention. Go away. We're running out of the foods. Oh, good. Very nice. Okay. Let me get some treats. Out. Good. I don't know what that word means, Hannah. No. Good. Very good. Let me break these up real quick. Sorry, I was not prepared for this. But you're being so good. Play around with the clicker. So I'm waiting for him to kind of show me behaviors. Nope. Down. Good job. And we've been doing this a lot, and he's fairly consistent with it, but most of his behaviors, I'm not using commands just yet. I want to avoid disassociation. But for some reason, I always struggle with teaching dogs down. I don't know why. So I'm trying to make it a point to be really clear with him that that's what that means. So as soon as he goes into a down, I'm just saying the word down. And that was the longest he's ever taken. If I just stare at him, that's the longest he's taken to go into a down. So that wasn't a great example. Yeah, good boy. Your wiener's out. That's gross. Whoop. Good. Okay. Very nice. Yeah. Okay. So pressure. Oh boy. Make sure it's following me. Walking, lots of muscle memory for this heel. Good. pressure, good. So that little leash pop made him look up at me. I want that to be something that he knows what it means if he feels leash pressure. Because otherwise it becomes white noise and they learn how to ignore it. Good. Good boy. Okay. So obviously it's only been 3 days, so we have a long way to go. But just a quick little recap of this week. Again, he's doing really well. He's super cute, and he really is enjoying training and meeting all his new friends and stuff. So we will see everyone on Monday, right? All right. Oh, I have to